Hello everyone, welcome to episode 35 of our survival series. My name is Joe Buffalo and joining me today is Leo. How are you today, bud?
Good.
Good. What do you want to do today?
I want to build a smelter.
You want to build an auto smelter?
Yeah.
That's a great idea. We should build it with 64 furnaces and make it really fast. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. All right, Leo, before we start our auto smelter, let's explain to everyone how a furnace automatically smelts. So go ahead and put down a chest, Leo. Now, on top of that chest, we want to go ahead and put a hopper going into the chest. And then on top of the hopper, we're going to go ahead and place a furnace. Next, we're going to go ahead to the back of our furnace and put a hopper into the back of the furnace. Next, we're going to go ahead and put a hopper going into the top of the furnace. So that's it. That is how an automatic furnace works. And you can use a blast furnace, you can use a smoker, or you can use a furnace like we're using. The difference between the three is that the furnace will smelt anything, where a blast furnace will only smelt ores, such as gold, iron, and copper, and a smoker will only smelt food. So we're going to go ahead and use furnaces because furnaces smelt everything. And once you line up 64 furnaces, it happens really, really fast. And the way this works is that in the back of this furnace, you're going to go ahead and place your fuel. And then on the top hopper of the furnace, your materials of smelting go in there. And you can see that it automatically turned on. The furnace is now smelting these items. You look inside, you can see them getting smelted. As it hits this block here, it goes right into this hopper, which goes right into this chest. And in the chest, you can see we have our first piece of iron already smelted. Yeah. Now, if we line up 64 of these and have minecarts drop off our fuel and minecarts drop off our smelting material, we'll be able to use hoppers so that we can have an area to pick up all of our items after they're smelted. But that's the plan, Leo. Are you ready to go get building? Let's tear this apart and get started. We're going to go ahead and put our auto smelter in the basement of our auto item sorter. And we have this perfect spot in the back of our basement. So to get started on this build, we're going to need 5 stacks of hoppers, 2 hopper minecarts with chests, a stack and a half of powered rails, 2 stacks of rails. We're only going to need 2 detector rails, 6 redstone repeaters, 2 comparators, 22 levers, a couple of chests, about a stack of redstone dust, 4 buttons, 64 furnaces, and a whole bunch of blocks of your choice. Once you have your area mapped out of where you want to place your auto smelter, go ahead to the right corner and count 12 blocks to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then on the 12th spot, go ahead and dig this block and this block out. Then we'll go ahead and place a chest here and a chest here. Next, we're going to go ahead and dig this block out here. Then we're going to go ahead and place a hopper going into that chest like this. Then we're going to dig this block out here, place a hopper going into that chest like this. Then we're going to place a hopper going into this hopper like this. And now we're going to put 7 more hoppers going into the first hopper. So you have a total of 8 hoppers in a row going into this hopper, going into that hopper, going into those chests. Next, we're going to go ahead and put furnaces all above each hopper that we just placed. Next, we're going to go ahead and climb on top of our furnaces and place a hopper going into each furnace. Next, we're going to go ahead and place a hopper going into this hopper, and then a hopper going into this hopper like that. And one more hopper going into that hopper like that. And finally, one last hopper into there. So you have 3 hoppers going this way into this hopper, which is going that way. Next, we're going to go ahead and place a hopper going into this hopper 8 more times. So once it's all done, it'll look like this. Then we're going to come here and we're going to place furnaces on top of each one of these hoppers, just like this. Next, we're going to hop on top of the furnaces. We're going to put hoppers going into each furnace. Now we're going to go ahead and place hoppers going into the back of each one of these furnaces. Then we're going to hop up here and do the same thing on the other side, hoppers into each one of these furnaces. And once we're done with the first set, we have 16 furnaces done with all the hoppers connected in the back and on top and underneath, all flowing into these double chests here. So now that this is all completed, we're going to go ahead and build this exact same thing 3 more times that way. So I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like when it's all completed. One little quick tip, when placing the furnaces after the second, third, and fourth set, if you crouch down and you aim for the top of the hopper, when you place your furnace, it'll be facing the direction you want, facing this furnace here. So the two furnaces are facing each other. And here is all 16 furnace sections put together, all completed, and the hoppers all facing in the correct direction. And you can see this last row goes down, and then this whole row of hoppers goes this way into this front row, which leads directly into this chest. And that's where everything will be collected once it smelts. Now we're going to go ahead and set up some blocks so that we can put our rails down. To start, what you want to do is go to each hopper and take the block of your choice, and go ahead and place blocks just like that on each hopper on the outside of this entire wall. Now we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Once you have that done, it'll look like this on both sides. Now we're going to do the same thing to the hoppers on top. Place a block on the end of each hopper, just like this. And we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. And then once that's completed, you'll see both sides look identical to this. Next, we're going to come to the front right corner where we started all this and place a block here. A block here, here, and here. So it looks just like that. Then we're going to come to the left side and we're going to place a block here, here, and here, and here, just like that. And one more there. Next, we're going to go ahead and run blocks the entire way. And then on the other side, we're going to do the same thing, run blocks the entire way down, just like this. And once you're completed, your right side will look as this does here, and the left side will look just like this. Now we're going to set up our track. In order to set up the track, we're going to go one additional block here. Then we're going to go ahead and place down a powered rail here and a block right there, just like that. Then we're going to come here and place a regular rail, and on top of all the hoppers, we're going to place powered rails. Then around the corner, we're going to go ahead and put regular rails. And again, back on our hoppers, we're going to put powered rails on our hoppers. And regular rails around the corner. Once again, powered rails back on the hopper. And then a regular rail at the very end. Next, we're going to do the same thing on this lower level. We're going to place a block here and a powered rail here. We're then going to go ahead and place a regular rail here and then powered rails along the hoppers. And regular rails around the corners. Powered rail on the hoppers. And regular rails around the corner. once you're completed, your rail system will look like this. Now we're going to go ahead and power on our powered rails. In order to do that, we're just going to use some levers and some blocks. So we're going to put a lever right here and turn that on, and you'll see that that turns on that powered rail. We'll place a lever here and also turn that on, and that turns on that powered rail. Next, we're going to go ahead and place a block right above here with a lever and turn it on. That should power all of these rails for you. And then we're going to go right to this block here, place a block there, take a lever on and power on, and all the rails are lit there. We're going to add another block here with a lever here and turn that on. Next, we're going to go ahead and add a block here with a lever here to turn on those powered rails. Next, we're going to go ahead and place a block right here with a lever to power on those rails, and a block here with a lever to power on those rails. Next, we're going to go ahead and place a block here with a lever to power on those rails, a block here, lever to power on those rails, and a block here with a lever to power on those rails. Then we're going to go ahead and place a block here and a block here, 2 levers, power on the rails. And now all your rails should be powered. If you just want to walk around, make sure they're all powered. You'll see them as a nice bright red. The next thing you want to do is go to each of your furnaces and make sure that there's nothing inside of your furnace, just like a piece of dirt, because if there is, then these aren't going to work when we go ahead and start filling them up. So check all your furnaces to make sure that they're empty. Now we're going to go ahead and build a decline slope over on the back side where we left off putting our track. We can hop down here and we'll be able to put in a block there, and then come up here and run powered rails all the way to the top. And then go ahead and place a regular rail at the very bottom. Then we're going to come back up top and we're going to go ahead and place 2 regular rails here. We're going to place a block here, powered rail there, and a powered rail there. Next, we're going to go ahead and place a lever on this block here and turn it on to power those rails, and a lever on this block to power on these rails. So now we're going to come to the front of our farm where our chest is, and we're going to come to this spot here, this diagonal spot from the chest, and we're going to move over and place a block here. Next, we're going to go ahead and place a block here. We're going to go ahead and place a button on this block and a lever on that block. We're then going to go ahead and place a powered rail here, a block here, and a block here. We're next going to place a regular rail here, and then we're going to place a detector rail here. And a detector rail is put together with a stone pressure plate, some redstone dust, and the regular rails. However, the difference between it is this rail detects when a minecart has items inside of it, such as a minecart with a hopper or a minecart with a chest. And what that does is when it detects that, it creates some power. So in order to capture that power, we're going to go ahead and place a redstone comparator with the 2 prongs facing the detector rail, so that when this turns on, it's going to catch the power inside of this comparator. Now, in order to get the maximum amount of power off that, we're going to go ahead and place a redstone repeater facing that way, so it catches all the power to give it the full amount of power that we need to go ahead and turn this rail on. Next, we'll go ahead and place a piece of redstone dust here, redstone dust here. We're going to go ahead and place a block here, redstone dust here, and a redstone repeater going into that block. We're going to take that redstone repeater to 4 ticks delay. And what that'll do is as soon as the minecart goes by and this detector rail detects the minecart with an item in it coming into its base, you can see it's off right now. It's going to send power into the comparator. The comparator is going to send full power into the repeater. The repeater will send full power into this repeater, which will power this block with a slight delay. So that block will stay on. Once the minecart comes in, it'll bounce off this block because you see once we press it, it turns on. This will turn that on automatically without pressing this button. And it'll continue to move along the track until it runs out of items. However, what if you wanted to stop the minecart because you want to put more items into the minecart? Well, there's a simple solution to that with this switch right here. And what you can do with that is take a repeater and place it going into this repeater like so, and then add 2 pieces of redstone here and here. Now, when we turn this lever on, you see there's a bar here, and that shuts power off into this repeater, because a repeater going into the side of another repeater stops the power from this repeater, which means that even if this detector rail does turn on, it's not going to get past this point because this lever's on. Therefore, we can go ahead, stop the train, fill up what we want to fill up, turn the train back on, and you'll see that it's now lifted. Hit the button to power the train will take off and continue until we want to fill it up again. So let's go ahead and connect this rail. Now we have our fueling system connected. I'm going to go ahead and add 2 powered rails right here just so that we don't lose any power throughout this, and it does keep it a little faster. Next, we can add our signs. We can put a sign that says refuel here. And then we can put a sign here that says pause refuel. Next, we're going to come to our refuel pause lever, and we're going to come diagonal 1 block, back 1 block, and over to the left 2 blocks. And you're going to place a block here. Then we're going to go ahead and place a button here and a lever here. Then we're going to go ahead and place a powered rail here, a regular rail here, and a detector rail there. Then we're going to come to our detector rail, place a redstone comparator here with a redstone repeater here, where they're going to put redstone here, here, and here. We're going to place a block there, and we're going to place a redstone repeater here on 4 ticks delay. We're going to come over here. We're going to place a redstone repeater going into that redstone repeater, a piece of redstone dust here, and redstone dust there. Now we can go ahead and connect this rail. And I'm going to go ahead and put a few powered rails in here just so that it doesn't lose any time. And to power those rails, we'll just go ahead, stick a lever down, and turn on the lever. Next, we're going to get our minecarts with chests and place them at each station. Next, go ahead and place your blocks above here and place your signs on the blocks. This sign could say pause smelting, and this one could be smelting items. Next, I'm going to go ahead and push the button to see if the rail system works. So we'll go ahead and push that button, and you can see our minecart begins to follow the path. And what that's going to do is fill all of the furnaces with items to be smelted. And when it comes back, it should stop right here. And you can see the detector rail did come on, but it didn't produce any power because it didn't have anything inside of it. Now let's do a test to make sure this one works. And this does the same thing. It goes up and down each area. Will bounce off the wall there and return. And this will load fuel into the 64 furnaces. And when it comes back, it should stop right there. Turns on the detector rail, however, doesn't give any power because there's nothing inside of the chest. All right, so for this to work, let's fill this up with our fuel. We're going to go ahead and place in a 2 stacks and a half of fuel. And then we're going to go ahead and place in 3 stacks of copper. So let's fuel it. Now the system's going to be fueled here in a second. Please make sure you went through and checked all your furnaces. It is very important, otherwise your furnaces won't turn on because you'll have items inside there that they don't need to have. Now, when that came back, you saw it all turned on again because of the redstone that we laid down against this detector rail, and it still had items inside of its chest. Now, this time when it comes back, it should stop. And there you have it. It has stopped. And now you can see that the chest is empty. And on this one, we're going to go ahead. We know how many items are in here. 3 stacks. We're going to go ahead and shut this off to put more stacks of an item in. So turn it on. There it goes. And you can see the floor is lighting up as it goes under there. That those furnaces are turning on. And you can see right in the front there, beautiful sight. Everything just turned on. We already have copper coming in very, very fast. Now this stopped because we have the lever down. We want to refuel. We want to put more items in, so I'm going to put the rest of my iron in here. I'm going to shut the lever off this time, hit the button, let it do its thing. And I've just about got a full stack of copper in that little bit of time. So all of our items are back. We got all of our copper, our iron smelted. Now we just need to cover this up so you don't see anything. And make sure once we get done in here that we light this area up pretty good. We don't want any mobs spawning in here. I'm gonna go ahead and just put some torches down. Now let's hide this so that we don't know anything going on here. And you can place a block above this chest in the hopper. It'll still open. All right, Leo, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and time how long it takes to do a full stack of ore. We're going to specifically use copper, and you can go ahead and push the button. I'll open up the chest and hit the timer, and then we'll see how long it takes to smelt an entire stack.
Yeah.
Here's our stack of raw copper. Now we're going to show you here that there's nothing in the chest. All right, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So we can do it in less than a minute, Leo.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So in less than 1 minute, we can smelt an entire stack of any given item. Well, it looks like we have a successful automatic smelting area, huh, Leo? All right, what do you say we go play a game? What do you want to play?
Hide and seek.
Hide and seek, that's a great idea. You want to count first, or do you want me to count first?
You.
All right, I'll go count in this corner.
Wait.
Oh, you're going to count? All right, you go ahead and count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey, that's pretty fast.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
You're never going to find me. Not this time.
Every knot, every chunk.
Okay.
I didn't see your name.
You see my name?
Yeah.
How can you see my name?
You
Down where?
don't.
You're not going to find me. No way. Oh. You found me. Oh, not fair. You found my name.
Okay.
That was a pretty good hiding spot.
Yeah. You count.
All right, where do you want me to count? Over here?
Here.
Okay, I'll count right here. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Ready or not? Here I come. Where's Leo? Over here by the tree farm, maybe? Don't see him by the tree farm. Is he over here by the horse farm? Fishing shack?
I see your name.
You see my name?
You said my name.
I think I know where he is. He might be swimming. Is he? Oh, there he is. He's like a fish in a fish tank. What are you doing in there? I'll come up and see you. Hello.
Hello.
Swimming, swimming. Playing with the kelp. All right. What do you say we say goodbye to everybody, bud?
Yeah.
All right, let's go do that. All right, well, that looks like it wraps up this video. I hope everybody had a great day. I hope everybody learned how to build an automatic smelter. I hope everybody learned how to use detector rails, how to wire them up with some redstone.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye!